G'day, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, I'm hiding behind this barricade of packages. This is a whole bunch of drones, and first things first, big shout out to my Patreon supporters because these are all going out to you. There's even more packages outside. I'm going to be taking them down to the post office, sending them out, and I couldn't do the channel without your support. And I'm also going to say, if you want to sign up, you know, there's like Velcro straps, a whole bunch of prizes you can win, all that sort of stuff. The link's down below, and Patreon really is the main way that we keep this channel going, sharing FPV with all you people around the world. But yeah, for those people, yeah, congratulations, because yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out, and thanks Granger and Lockie for spending all that time helping me pack it. It did take a while, but very soon there's going to be a couple of grand. Check your mailbox and check the Patreon page. There's a couple of grand worth of drones heading to the mail very, very soon. Now, for the rest of you, what we're going to be doing today, that little update out of the way, we're going to be this turned up, and sorry it's been a little bit of a long time coming. I've had this for a little while, but I finally got around to making the video. It's the ISDT mini smart charger. ISDT makes some really, really cool stuff in the past, so we're going to be putting this charger through its paces, and it's not going to be the longest of videos. It seems pretty straightforward. It's got one button, plug it in by USB, 4 charging ports. We'll see how it goes. Quickly stick it on the bench, and I am going to compare it to my favorite micro charger out there. So if you're flying around with the trash can, the Mobula, the Tiny Hawk, any of those really small batteries that take, I think it's the MCPX, well, that's what it is on this one, the M whatever, that take that sort of battery, well, something like this, it's just going to make your life so much better than the stock standard chargers that come with it. So anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's stick it on the bench, get started, and yeah, thank you very much, Patreon supporters. This topic coming out soon, but let's stick it on the bench and check out the ISDT mini charger. Alrighty. Rightio, here it is on the bench, this tiny little smart charger from ISDT, and you can see compared to this one, if you were doing some traveling, it is significantly smaller. It charges 4 batteries at once, and this is going to be a pretty short video. Some people have been asking about this, but there's only so much I can say about it. So of course it takes USB-C. It's got one button to change how fast you actually charge it, so the amperage instructions on the back, and then it's got 4 little charging ports for your batteries. So if I plug it in here, hopefully, there we go, it's going to turn on, and then we're ready to rock and roll. So if we press the button, I think you just hold it down for a second. Let's start it off. Let's say they simply pop into the side, beep, 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 and then it's ready to rock and roll. And so if it's on white, it's charging at 0.5 amps. If you hold it down, it goes to, like, I think, how do you say that color? Cyan or something? Hopefully that's coming through on the camera anyway. So this one's like a little bit of a blue color, but it might not be showing through. And then lastly, we've got a purple, which means you're charging at 1.5 amps. Now I'm actually going to put it back to just plain white because, look, I really don't recommend doing anything other on these size batteries anyway, because this is already charging at about 1C. Then you're going up to 1 amp, it's close to 2C. 1.5 I feel like is a little bit much for these little 450 milliamp hour batteries. Now, some other things I want to mention about this, it has some pros and it does have some cons. Now, the big con, well, I guess let's do the pros first. It's tiny, it goes off USB. If you just want to have this in the office, maybe you want to fly some whoops around on your lunch break, it's easy just to have this thing on your desk. It's easy to travel with. But some big cons for me, it doesn't do HV batteries, so it's not going to charge your lipos to high voltage, which I find is a little bit of a shame. Hopefully they come out with a firmware update or something like that, because as it stands, most people who I know anyway, who fly around these whoop style of batteries, prefer to charge them up on HV. I know I definitely do. Now that's where this thing comes into play. I've talked about this thing so much. Yes, it's a little bit bigger. It can run off your LiPo, which is a big plus, and it can also do 6 at once, and it's very easy to go through the menus. You've got a lot more control with what you can do, and considering both these things are about the same price, I feel like this is, I'm sure ISDT is not going to like me saying this, but I feel like this is a much better option. This one is really just suited for those people, you want something small, you don't care about HV, maybe you're only charging 4 batteries at once and you want to sit this on your desk next to your computer. So yeah, but overall, look, it's okay. If it did high voltage, it would be a lot better, but most of the time I'm probably just going to be using this one. And this one's great too, because you can take it out to the field and charge it straight off your lipos. It does make it very, very good. But anyway, that's about it. That's all I can say. I know a pretty short video today, but that's all I can really say about this ISDT smart little charger. What else can I say? It goes by USB. It charges 4 batteries at once on 3 different amperages, but no HV. Rightio, so there it is. There's my quick little, I guess, look, as an overview. There's only so much you can say about a little charger. I do like it if you're going to be using standard batteries and you're the sort of person that's just going to be sitting next to your computer. Maybe you work in the office, you don't want to have this thing plugged in, but you might want to fly around the office. You can simply plug this in, plug it into your computer, sit it there, fly your whoop around the office, and then just get back on with your work or getting distracted. That's where I find this thing, it would have its uses. I do wish they would upgrade the firmware because so it can run on HV. Or I guess charge up to HV. There are some hacks online, I'll link those down below, but yeah, it's just a firmware thing, so hopefully they come out with a firmware update that can fix that. But for most of the circumstances, I'm going to say this one, I really like this. So most of you hobby pilots out there, when you've got a lot of batteries, not only can this one run 6 at once, it can charge off direct power from the wall, and also you can charge it from a LiPo. I use these chargers all the time. When we did our little race meetups and stuff, we had 3 of those rocking. We're charging like 18 batteries at a time. And yeah, a lot of fun. So for most people, this is going to be a much better bet, especially because they're considering around the same price. But I do understand some people might find this one a little bit better. Maybe especially if you're going to do some traveling or something like that. But what do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. I'm going to leave a bit of, I guess, some fun flying around the park, ripping around with Wingman Jono, chasing him with some more Emacs, Tiny Hawk action. Other than that, subscribe for more FPV related content. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, definitely I'm going to put that link down below. Discord, it's where we talk all things FPV. We're helping pilots out. It's the most active server around. There is I think there's like close to 10,000 members on there. So yeah, there's lots of people helping each other all the time. And I know voice chat, there's always people in voice chat as well. So if you want to talk some FPV, come say hi, just talk about random things. I think people would talk, anyway, some strange things people were talking about. Have some fun. Definitely check out that link. Other than that, I'm going to stop rambling. Subscribe for more FPV related content. And as always, happy flying. And a big shout out to my patrons too. Anyway, happy flying.
Okie dokie, on board with a little bit of bonus footage here, just on the end, few people who stayed around racing Wingman Jono. We've got the charger here, the larger one that takes 6 batteries, charging it off our LiPos. But overall, I really like this race because there was so much back and forth trying to chase Jono, and I could make all the excuses I could, but in the end, I just got to give it to him. He whooped me and he beat me fair and square. I just couldn't catch the bugger ripping around this little park. So I'm going to say, if you're out there and you want to race around, you don't need to get a full 5-inch racer to have an awesome time trying FPV. Nowadays, the kits, they're more flyable than ever. The little craft are absolutely responsive. You can still rip it around, have a lot of fun, and it has come a long way. Of course, you can't do HD or anything like that, but if you're just getting started, something like this is safe, it's cheap, and the batteries, you know, they're reliable. And if they do break, they only cost like $4, and also if this thing crashes, well, you're not going to put a hole in something, and also they hold up so much better than the larger 5 inches out there. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, I am serious, jump on that Discord. It's a heap of fun. Subscribe for more FPV related Tiny Hawk, Tiny Charger action, and as always, happy flying. And drop some comments, share some love for Jono and his flying, because he definitely did whoop me when it came to this race.
Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel and check out these videos. And I'm also going to leave a little link here to my Patreon page because I've got some fantastic Patreon supporters and I like to give back to them as well. So if you want to join the UAVfutures family, there's things like bonus velcro straps, little bundles of FPV goodies and things like that that also get sent out. Anyway, happy flying.